Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Bleav in Arizona Football podcast here on the Bleav Podcast Network. This is the Arizona Football Show where we talk all things Arizona Wildcats football. My name is Eddie Law. My co-host, as always, is former Arizona Wildcats corner number 5 in your programs. Ladies and gentlemen, he is Shaquille Richardson. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. What's good with you, man? It's been a while. What's up?
Been a minute. Lots of things have happened since. So luckily, we have a lot to talk about, plenty to cover. But it's a beautiful thing when everything is looking up on the up and up. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, everything's solid, man.
We're revving that engine. We're revving that engine in AZ. About to take off.
I can't wait to get the season started already. And it just ended. So yeah.
We might get Gronk back.
There you go. Yeah. Let's see, folks. If you enjoy this show, please help us out by hitting that subscribe button on iTunes and leave us a rating. We'd be so kind. We're available on all the podcast outlets: iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, Luminary, and TuneIn. And of course, you can find us at Bleav.com and at Bleav Podcast on social media. So NBA, college basketball, and more importantly, the Super Bowl, or what they call it, the big game, is coming up this weekend. Let's go with that with Chiefs versus Bucks. Who are you picking to win?
Oh yeah, so I cannot bet against Tom Brady. It's just what it is. It is what it is. I'm going Tom Brady. How can you not? Patrick Mahomes is amazing. He got some injuries on his team, and Tom Brady is tried and true, very very true, and very very tried. So I'm gonna have to go with the Bucks.
And it's funny because I'm picking the Bucks too, but I'm picking for a different reason.
Why?
I like their defense. For as much as look, man, they're solid. Devin White is my favorite defensive player on that team.
Mm-hmm.
But the Chiefs are a big play team.
Right.
It seems like they only make big plays, and if they don't, you can stop them. If you can limit those big plays, you got a chance.
It's going to be hard to stop Patrick Mahomes on third down when it's a big play. 3rd and 12, 3rd and 15.
You'll still get it.
They're still going to get the first down. Or they're going to score a touchdown, either one. I think it's going to come down to a close game, and Tom Brady's going to kick a field goal or score a touchdown to be ahead. It's going to be what it's going to be.
My Cardinals aren't in it, so I don't care. I want either chaos or a really good game. That's all I want.
See, I'm not biased anymore. I done played so many teams. I done lost bias. So I just know for a fact, if you bet against Tom Brady, you're gonna lose your bet. You're gonna lose your bet if you bet against him.
All right, let's talk a little bit of NBA here. If I can pull up the schedule for this Saturday. All right, these right here. We got Portland, New York, Denver, Sacramento, Chicago at Orlando, the Nets at Philly. We see the whole list right there. What games would you be betting on this one?
The video a little small, but
Oh, my bad, dude. Let's see if I can make this a little bigger here. Shoot, how do you even do that? What's this thing? All right, let me see, guys. Let me give you the LA game. LA is Detroit at LA. Lakers.
Lakers? Oh, you already know. The Lakers are unstoppable.
Yeah.
The Lakers are unstoppable. And AD's not even playing good right now. So AD, he's been in championship mode. So he's still off his first championship drag. And then when the playoffs come around, he's going to remember how to make free throws again all of a sudden. And then we're going to be dominate.
Right.
LeBron James, MVP, he knows what to do. Just like Tom Brady. Tom Brady, he knows what to do.
Let's be honest, man. LeBron should have been the MVP the last 4 years.
He's gonna be the MVP this year. They're gonna put more respect. Even though he's doing less, he's so old and he's doing it. He's still doing it. 36, best player on the team,
best defensive player in the league, probably right now, probably.
And on offense, he does everything. It's just his aura is still most valuable.
I'm definitely gonna be watching that Warriors Mavericks game in the afternoon on ABC. That's gonna be a good one.
Yeah. I think Luka's like the only guy on that team now. He leads the team in points, rebounds, and assists. Like he's not gonna be able to win if he's leading the team in all the stats.
No, you need Porzingis
to get some rebounds.
Mm-hmm. You got to get KP. You got to get some more scoring from the outside.
Yeah, because the Warriors aren't even fully there. You're missing Clay, and they have a better record than them. It's just because it's all Luka.
Right. And then, my sons aren't playing on Saturday, so I don't. What are you gonna do? I will say this though: that Nets Philly game is gonna be fun to watch.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Nets ain't playing much defense.
They can't stop Embiid. Who's gonna stop Embiid? Not
KD.
What's his name? The other center. DeAndre Jordan.
Jordan.
Not all game. He's gonna stretch him out to the 3-point line.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, man. But of course, I know your championship pick's gonna be the Lakers, and I'm rolling with my
Back to
Suns.
back, baby. We
I'm
back to
rolling,
back.
I'm rolling with my Suns to go to the playoffs at least. Gotta hope so. Look, man, you did all that for CP3. You better make it.
Yeah, no, we gonna have AD the Finals MVP this year. He gonna go ahead and show some love.
Gotcha. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, you heard all of that. Make your picks accordingly. All right.
All right.
Anyway, so head and go over to betonline.ag today. Take advantage of all the great sign-up bonuses. Again, that's betonline.ag and sign up today. Betonline.ag, your online sportsbooks experts. All right, man. So we talked about it a second ago. Exciting times in Tucson, Arizona. Exciting
Oh
times
yeah.
for a podcast.
Oh
And
yeah.
hey, here you go.
Oh yeah.
So Arizona Wildcats have their next head coach, and there was a lot of candidates that we talked about. Antoine Casey, who we had on the show before, threw his hat in the ring at the end of the search. We talked to Antoine Pierce, who's over at ASU, and
He got promotion. He got promotion. He probably would have stepped in and did well.
yeah. I mean, and either way, like they're talking about him taking over that job once
Right.
Edwards leaves. But we got former New England Patriots quarterback coach Jedd Fisch. He's going to be leading the Wildcats into 2021 and beyond. First,
We're excited. We're excited.
We're excited now, right?
Let you know we're excited.
The initial response to his hiring. Don't get it twisted. We're pumped right now.
Initial response. Initial response. I just had to learn more initially. Didn't know much about Jedd Fischer. I knew he was here at some point in the past, alumni, or at some point in the past. He coached right under who did he coached under? I'm not sure what the coach's name, but
pretty sure he's been here before. But
yeah,
he's been at both levels, man. NCAA, he with the NFL, he was with
right. Well, I know he's bringing a lot of experience.
Tons of experience.
He's bringing a lot of experience from all these different places, learning on all these different coaches. Most recently, Bill Belichick. So he's got the resume for sure. And I like that he basically involved all the things that we wanted. Alumni, we wanted somebody from Arizona basically that just knew the culture and was a part of the program for more than just a short period of time. Somebody that had been in the program before coaching. And we got a lot of that. We got a lot of that all through the staff.
No, and he's got. You mentioned Bill Belichick. He's coached in Seattle, in Baltimore, Houston. This is all pro. Denver, with the Jaguars, with the Rams. Every single coach who he coached under gave him just a 5-star review, like on the Uber app, just straight 5-star on his coaching. It was crazy. Like
right.
So you hear all that from those head coaches, especially guys that won titles. It's pretty exciting stuff for us.
Right, and it looked like hopefully he'd be looking to stay long term here. College football coaches getting paid a little bit more these days, so he could definitely make a good living in Tucson and winning some Pac-12 championships.
Right,
that's what I see.
Hey, look, man, that's what we want. We want titles. We want to get to that point where we're constantly in titles.
I think we could. Do it.
Oh, we definitely. And speaking of his coaching staff, now part of the whole thing was getting more money for assistant coaches and coordinators. And I think he's done pretty well with what he's got. Started off here with Don Brown. If you guys don't recognize that name, he was also known as Dr. Blitz. He's last at, I believe, Michigan. The recruiting for Michigan has been kind of weird, especially in Jim Harbaugh. So that could have been a thing with why their defense has kind of regressed a little bit. But the good thing is that, from talking to a lot of Michigan fans and reading up on a lot of Michigan blogs and stuff like that, he's an aggressive type of coordinator. Plays mostly man with some zone mixed in. What do you call it? The 4-3 over.
Yeah, so we don't have to pay a lot of money for blitzing.
Yeah, exactly.
And be good at covering. Gotta have some cover guys. But honestly, like a guy like an interior guy like Pandy or some cover guys like that might be more suited to cover and let some blitzers blitz. I don't know all the details of the defense, but out of the blitzing scheme, he's got to be able to cover. So our Ronald Hollies and all our DBs and safeties are gonna have to be able to have good technique and cover well in a blitzing type scheme. But I think we got talented players.
Yeah, we got the personnel. Now we got the coaching. Put those together, see what goes on.
Yeah, and I think the message, the whole message, its personal message. I think the culture is back in Arizona. We was missing culture. You got Sumlin, you got Rodriguez. We was missing a little bit of culture. I think the last time we had some real culture was Stoops. personally.
Yeah.
But because Stoops was there, what, 7, 8 years? I think that's probably the longest out of everybody.
Shoot,
That's where you could.
I was in the press. I was in the press room for his post game interviews when he was losing his mind. Okay, he cared. You cannot say, you can say whatever you wanted about Mike Stoops. What you couldn't say is that he did not care.
Right.
That man cared.
He loved everybody, and he loved it.
Yeah.
He loved it so much he'll get in your ass for it.
And like he was always red on the sideline, whether it was hot or not. He was red all the time from yelling.
Yeah, from yelling.
All the yelling.
Us out.
There you go.
Good times. Good times.
Man, hey, look, he wanted to raise men and he helped, so it worked out.
He did a great job, and I think this is going to be another coach that can teach a message and stay longer than one class or 1 4-year term. I had the same coaches, Anton Kaysen and Gronk and Nick Foles, and I had those same coaches. So it went past just a few years, and I think that's how you build the culture, rebuild the culture. Mm-hmm. But bringing back guys like Chuck Cecil and Rick Hundley and different players different people or alumni that have been a part of the program and now in the coaching roles, I think that pride, Arizona pride, is going to come back.
Yeah, people don't put enough stock in culture, right? That's
all it is. That's all it is.
Losing culture will take your program down year after year after year. If you can change your culture, that's the biggest step, I think, in bringing the program back.
That's why you talk about the Desert Swarm years, because the culture was rich in those years. Had rich culture. So those are the people that we're bringing back, and I think that's bringing back more alumni is encouraging other alumni to come back. I know me and a lot of the other alumni are excited to go to games. Whenever they open up, we're gonna come in deep. It's gonna be like the best year ever in a while. We all got plans. We all come in the same weekend, and it's gonna be going up. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
And honestly, that's huge. I mean, look, man, a young DB seeing a Shaq Richardson and Antoine Kaysen standing behind him on the line.
Oh yeah.
Come on, man. You bet, oh shoot, they're watching me. Oh, let's go. That's a hype up. Let's go.
Right. And it's a bunch of other guys too. Yeah. It's a bunch of other guys like that are coming back. So y'all be ready.
Yeah, there you go. All right, offensive coordinator. If you guys recognize the name Brennan Carroll, it's because of the Carroll spot. He is Pete Carroll's son, Super Bowl champion with the Seattle Seahawks, and of course we know multiple-time national champion with USC. He has been coaching under his dad. I mean, he coached under him at USC from like 02 to 09. Took off to Miami, with the U for a few years before coming back to Seattle. And he's coached with Pete Carroll for the last 5 seasons. And he was their O-line coach and the run game coordinator. Now he takes over as overall offensive coordinator and as well as helping with the offensive line. I mean, you got young quarterbacks like Will Plummer and a couple new guys that we actually just picked up off the transfer portal, which we'll talk about in a minute. What do you think on a guy like Brendan Carroll, younger guy?
That's great lineage. Mm-hmm. I think of great lineage. And I feel like I feel like when you're a parent and you steer your kid in the right direction that they're naturally, fitted for, or I wouldn't say naturally fitted for, but you can give the most into them, like a head coach like Pete Carroll. The most he can give to his son is how to be a great head coach. And if you start getting that from so young, you're just gonna get more levels and levels and levels. So that lineage, I feel like, is gonna grant him a lot of experience in positions, of decision making as offensive coordinator. And I'm excited to see what he does for sure.
No, yeah, I definitely want to see what he picked up from all those years in
the energy, the style, like the locker room type of vibes, things that you got to develop and instill, things like that you would only know if you were in a Pete Carroll locker room.
Mm-hmm. And again, another guy that came from the pros. It's going to help with recruiting.
Definitely, it's already been helping with recruiting.
100%. All right, other notable hires like we mentioned a second ago, Arizona legends Chuck Cecil and Rick Hundley are going to be working. Hundley with the defensive line. Cecil is going to be a DB's coach. That right there, and you can speak to this. That right there kind of brought in the alumni, and not calm them down, but it give them confidence. It's like, oh, he's bringing back Arizona guys. Okay,
right.
So
for sure.
What was the feeling with the alumni that I know you're in contact with constantly?
Yeah.
When once you start seeing those changes get made.
Well, I feel personally, more welcomed already. I haven't even spoken to anybody, but I feel more welcome already. Just knowing that they're accepting alumni back and they want they reached out. We've had, different alumni meetings and they're reaching out to all the alumni. They want everybody to come back and they're excited about having us back. They're welcoming us all back, and by doing that, that basically just put a welcome mat for all alumni. You know, come back and share what you guys have built over the years, and everybody's excited. All alumni are excited. So we're anxious to see what happens, but we're all, we're all hearing good things. Recruiting's going well. We hired some good people in place as far as recruiting coordinators and things like that have good reputations, that have good connections around Tucson, around, Pac-12. We get a lot of homegrown talent, Phoenix, Arizona. I think our recruiting is going to take a big jump this year. I'm anxious to see what our recruiting was last year compared to how many spots we moved up this year. With the transfer portal and everything, it's probably, a new kind of spin on things.
Not only that, and the transfer portal alone, again, we'll get to it in a second. We're already picking up a couple hometown guys. One guy from Queen Creek, Arizona, one from Chandler. No, two from Chandler.
Just off the top.
Just off the top.
And then think about the future talent, to come from there.
Right.
Since next year. Next year is the champions from next year are going to want to come to Arizona.
No, it's about time Arizona takes over Arizona, right? Like, if you're staying in this state, you're from here and you're staying in this state, come down and play U of A. Forget
for sure.
Whatever, but you come play U of A.
They know where to go.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Other notable hires, obviously Jimmy Daugherty, who's going to be working with the quarterbacks. He was a QB and a wide receiver coach at San Diego, Washington, San Diego State, Michigan, UCLA. Scotty Graham's going to be working with the running backs. I forgot. I read something. He was doing something recently, but it was a little different. I don't know. Scotty Graham was at Arizona State as associate athletic director, I want to say. I have to check that in a second, but he's going to actually be coaching the running backs. He's a former Ohio State running back, 7th round pick in '92, played with the Jets, the Vikings, and the Bengals. He was associate athletic director at Arizona State before taking the running backs coach job with Arizona.
Okay. Hey, what's a random thought right now? Greg Burns, used to be the AD. He's at Alabama now.
Yeah.
You know what he should do? He should be the Pac-12 commissioner.
Yep. Yes, sir. Because for anyone that missed it, Pac-12 commissioner, what's his name? I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't a big fan of him, but
I don't think anybody was.
Larry Scott.
Yeah.
Pac-12 commissioner Larry Scott is gone. He's done.
Yeah. So because he shut us down when the other teams were running smooth. And Pac-12 is falling, I think, in the third best conference now. It used to be the second best when we was there. SEC always had the big dogs up front. So,
right.
But as far as skill positions, Pac-12 is number one. It's probably still number one, but we fell off. We took a little hit.
Yeah,
we got to get back up. And I think he would be a great person to be the commissioner of Pac.
Right.
Greg Burns, that's my guy.
I'm telling you, man. And Greg Burns did a really good job as AD at Arizona for as long as he was here.
He did.
And took off to Alabama, which no one can blame him for.
Nobody.
Yeah. But he was the very first name that people started mentioning with his job. So, hey, let's go. Let's get him back. Yeah. He probably ran it smoother. I'm just being real.
Oh, yeah. I think he'll elevate it for sure. It'll be elevated for sure.
Right.
It's the protocols. It's simple protocols that you could change that'll make a difference,
Right. All right. Moving on. The tight ends coach. Let's see if I have him on the screen even. Oh, it's down here. Okay. Tight ends coach Jordan Paopao he spent like almost 10 years with the Washington Huskies before going to UNLV, and now he's with us. Then wide receivers coach, I know you want to talk about Kevin Cummings, younger guy.
Yeah, I got some youth on the roster. We need some youth on the roster.
Right. Yeah. He played his college ball at Oregon State.
Yeah, he went to Oregon State. I played against him at Oregon State. That's where I remember him from.
Yeah.
Favorite receiver. I want to say it was number 10 or number 2, one of those, or maybe number 8. I don't know.
Yeah. Professionally played in the CFL with Ottawa and Edmonton. Last played with the Portland Thunder of the Arena Football League. Now he's been coaching at Oregon State, San Jose State, and now with Arizona. So it's good to see some youth on the coaching staff, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think we should. I think Arizona could start developing like a pipeline for coaching under Fisher. Bringing back, because I think there's a lot of alumni coaching in our and with us, Arizona. We have a lot of coaches. We have a lot of coaches that coach at different places. I know Trevor Wade coaches. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of different players that coach everywhere. I know that we have recruiters for the Chargers. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of people involved in the football still in Arizona. So I think bringing everybody back is gonna become like a little hub.
Mm-hmm. No, and that's again, like you mentioned the word like pipeline for coaching. That works on many different levels. From from what I've seen is with coaching, with like the way coaches get relationships with high schools. You can make a pipeline from certain high schools to this, U of A. It's definitely a good thing to work on.
For sure.
Also, working with the DBs is going to be longtime DBs coach Dwayne Walker. Walker played his college ball in Minnesota, professionally in the CFL and the USFL. He's coached everywhere, and I mean everywhere since 1988. It seems like every college. It's a lot of Pac-12 spots, but
yeah.
Keith Azinski is going to assist with the linebacker, or he's going to be the linebackers coach, but he's also going to handle special teams with Pow Pow. Now, I know we talked about that last time.
Those teams are going to be important, yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be those two guys, Pow Pow, and Azinski are going to be special teams coordinator. And cool. As you can see on there, Tyler Owens, director of strength and conditioning, and then Brandon Sanders is going to be the alumni and high school coordinator or liaison, whatever you want to call him.
Oh yeah, I heard he has a good reputation.
Very good reputation, definitely. I mean, they went out to go get him. They had to go get Brandon Sanders, and they got him.
Yeah.
Again, another alumni, another Desert Swarm guy.
I know. I think he has a lot of cachet with the alumni for sure.
Right. And then the other hire, which might be just as big as Jedd Fisch, is the return of Tedy Bruschi, who will be senior.
Oh yeah.
Senior advisor to Jedd Fisch.
Oh yeah, he can do that from the crib too. He can do it from the crib.
And yeah, believe me, he's not leaving ESPN for that job.
Hop on the phone, holla at Fish, let him know.
Yeah, but if there's a 5-star linebacker somewhere that's trying to make up his mind, hey, you get a call from Tedy Bruschi, Super Bowl champ, Hall of Famer,
right? Right, and then just imagine, the introductions that he could make to players and graduates of the school. Getting into the league, getting into broadcasting, getting into football, you teach him a lot. I know he's gonna come back and talk to the team. That's just gonna be on 10. That's gonna be on times 1,000.
Oh, it's gonna be crazy. Just again, like the same thing I said a second ago. A DB looks behind him, sees Shaq Richardson standing behind him, and Anquan Kaysen, and Rick Hunley's coaching him, and Dwayne Walker's coaching. I mean, and then you look to the other side, and the linebackers have Tedy Bruschi talking to him.
Right, it's gonna be a vibe.
Dude, all the big programs have this. Like, it's about time we got this going.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be dope.
And it's COVID and everything, so protocols have been tight as far as like spring game and stuff like that, because we would have been to the spring game already. Yeah. But it's whenever they open it back up and have some alumni available to come, we're in there.
Speaking of which, I gotta look that up. I did see something on Twitter earlier today about tickets for Arizona football, and I was like, "Word, all right, let's see what's going on."
Arizona open?
Look, the state of Arizona, we're pretending like this is not real. I'm not even kidding. All right, legit. Look, man, I got kids, I got a family I'm protecting. I'm still doing the whole takeout thing, but I rolled up to my favorite takeout spot up the street, and that place was packed, and it's a bar. And I'm like, oh,
at the bar.
No, I'm telling you, man, Arizona pretending like this thing's not even real.
Oh man,
it's so wild. It's definitely not California. I know that.
They got it locked down.
Oh, California's still. I mean, is it locked down? Yeah, but I mean, it's still like
semi locked.
Right. The weirdest thing I heard about the California is they're banning outside TVs for this weekend. Did you hear about that?
No.
So I heard on Joe Rogan's podcast, it was like in LA, they're not gonna allow TVs to be on outside in like outside dining or whatever, because they don't want people coming together for a long period of time because they're
hanging out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and congregating. I mean, hey, we're gonna congregate inside.
Right. I mean, what do you want them to do?
We're gonna watch this game.
I'm gonna wait. I can't wait to see the documentary about COVID, along with the sports, right? Like how it affected sports.
Oh yeah.
Someone's gonna make that documentary. It's gonna be wild.
It's gonna be the LeBron and Tom Brady show.
Yeah. No, exactly.
COVID, the champions prevailed.
Just because the Rams didn't make the Super Bowl, otherwise you might have a triple championship for the city.
Yeah. Nah, the Rams. We had changed our quarterback, so that's a little better.
Look, man, I like Matt Stafford. I was kind of hoping that the Lions were going to dump him earlier, and the Cardinals were going to get him because I like big arm quarterbacks. But still, either way. All right, let's talk. Let me pull up our list here. So let's talk about a transfer portal, man. I actually got a little list here. There it is.
Oh man, I messed it up.
Oh, it's all good, man. Makes it for a nice little moment.
Do it again.
Let's
Gotta delete that. Do this over.
All right, let's talk transfer portal, man. So, courtesy of Desert Swarm on SB Nation. It's a nice little blog. I like to follow. So this is a list of transfers from other FBS schools. A couple. So we got an offensive line guy, Davis Duvall from Baylor. Here's one big one, Gunnar Cruz from Washington State. He played under Mike Leach.
Okay.
This kid has a big arm, and he can. He's like a solid athlete.
Quarterback.
Yeah, quarterback. Yeah, he can move, and he's got a pretty big arm. So I'm excited for that one. What else did we get? We got the other one, Jordan McLeod, South Florida. Now, I remember when I read Jordan McLeod, I remember I watched randomly. I watched USF against UCF last year, and Jordan McLeod threw for like 400 some yards and like 4 touchdowns in a loss.
That's a good game. Oh, he lost.
It was a shootout, but the kid could play, and like he wasn't even getting like there was no confidence in him being a starter. He only got in because someone got hurt. Late in the season. So he comes in with the most experience out of any quarterback on the team.
Yeah, it's all right. Got some quarterback competition. There's nothing wrong with that. And
that right there is key. Nick Moore comes in from Oregon State as well. That's key right there, what you just said, because just in the last couple of days they've been doing interviews and all that. Jedd Fisch has said there's gonna be like a really good quarterback competition this year. See who's gonna be the starter for us. And
they gotta earn it. They gotta earn it every day.
Yep, with Plummer, Cruz, and McLeod in there, and Nick Moore, it's gonna be like someone's gonna have to be like head above.
Right. Who was our quarterback last year? Still there, right?
Will Plummer, yes. Will Plummer's still there. Gunner took off.
Yeah, Will Plummer didn't look bad. He just looked young.
Yeah. Will Plummer looked good. He's like young, and he was not expected to even go in. Like even he thought when he came in I forgot what game he came in when Gunnell got hurt. He came in. He even looked like what me? Like me? Okay, sure.
Let's do it. Run around a little bit. And he's mobile. It's like one of these guys might stand out because of their legs and their mobility. That could be a thing that makes a quarterback stand out.
Yep.
In a competition.
Right. The first 2 guys we got up for transfer portal right here: running back Drake Anderson from Northwestern, but also a guy you've heard of a little bit, Gunnar Maldonado, safety, Northwestern. I Bleav both of these guys played at Chandler High School.
Yeah, from Chandler. Hometown guys coming back to AZ. We love it.
Yeah, and I was watching some highlights. I couldn't find anything of him playing for Northwestern. I'm assuming he didn't get to play much or at all. But when he played at Chandler, he was pretty solid. He got some picks. He's good at coverage. He's a pretty solid hitter, so it's going to be a nice, exciting addition.
Okay. It looks like if we blitz him, we're going to be blitzing. We're going to be playing a lot of coverage.
He's going to be, exactly. He's another guy. Now, this one's big. It's a 4-star, I Bleav 4-star. Jason Harris from Colorado. Okay. Jason Harris, not a lot of people are going to recognize the name. He is somewhat of a legacy guy. His older brother is a linebacker at Arizona, Jalen Harris. Okay. And he is the younger brother of a defensive end. I don't know. Was he a defensive end or was he a safety? Anyway, also part of Desert Swarm. Son of former U of A standout Sean Harris.
Oh, yeah.
So we're talking like a lineage already with this kid.
That's perfect.
He didn't even get to play at Colorado last year, so he's fresh. He's ready to go.
Oh, yeah. Come in and continue the legacy.
Exactly.
Bring a new Desert Swarm.
Look, that seems like to be the goal. So I'm honestly hyped just like talking about it. I can't wait to see this team. Also from a DB, Isaiah Rutherford from Notre Dame, played 3 games for the Irish and then took off. That might low key be one of the bigger transfers. I mean, guy came from Notre Dame. That's pretty solid.
Yeah. I'm happy that the guys that entered the portal came back too. You can't blame anybody for leaving. When they fire a head coach and go on whatever. But those guys coming back, it means a lot. It means they trust in the coaching staff and they trust in the direction of the program. So I'm excited to see how they come back and what they can do under a new staff as well. Yeah,
I forgot to mention Gunnar Cruz. Gunnar Cruz played his high school ball in Queen Creek, Arizona, about an hour and a half from Tucson. So pro style quarterback, big arm, solid ability to run.
So we got about 4 quarterbacks, huh?
Yeah, dude. Fish is not playing.
5 quarterbacks?
5 on the roster as of right now. Who knows? Okay. We can talk about the recruits in a second, but those guys are going to be for the year after, I think. But all right. Then one of the bigger gets out of the transfer portal as well, Trayshawn Hayward, linebacker, second team All-American, 2019 MAC Defensive Player of the Year. 2019, he tallied 142 tackles and 10 and a half for a loss with 5 sacks. Now, 2020, obviously, super shortened season, still put together 50 tackles and 3.5 for a loss and 1 sack. Like,
was he hurt that year? Did he play all the games?
2019, I believe he played all the games. 2020, obviously shortened season because of COVID. So,
right.
What else we got? So the linebacker core is starting to like build up a little bit after we lost quite a few guys. So that's solid. We Jordan McLeod, just a couple things on him. 62% of his passes were complete. Last year went through for 1,341 yards, 9 touchdowns, and 2 picks. He ran for 74 yards and a touchdown. Kid is versatile.
Use it.
Yeah, and see, the bottom list doesn't really matter. Those are the guys that went somewhere else. And then, so the early signing, we talked about this on a previous episode. The early signing list is right here, with the guys that came in early, like Matthew Mojo, Colby Power, stuff like that. Guys
they're already in the program as a green. Is it a green? Not a green shirt, but early rival.
Yeah, there should be early rivals. I'm pretty sure, but players who just signed the other day, 3-star safety Isaiah Taylor. If you don't recognize that name, son of Hall of Famer, Dolphins Hall of Famer Jason Taylor.
Wow.
Yeah, that's solid. I mean, Taylor's been putting. I mean, his dad's been putting up everything on Instagram about how he's proud to be a Wildcat now and all that. So, it'd be dope to get Taylor in to go work with some of the DEs, man.
Some of the DBs.
No, the defensive ends.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. So we need a pass rush. We need some DNs. Honestly, do we have any?
Look,
no offense. We need somebody with like 8 to 10 sacks.
I'm telling you, man, that kid from the MAC, the defensive player of the year, Hayward might be
linebacker.
Yeah.
D-line.
D-line. You need D-line, right? You're right. 3-star corner, Jakelin Morgan from Tyler, Texas. There was rumors that he was going to decommit, did not sign, staying with us, so it worked out.
Nice.
Anthony Simpson, athlete from New York, 3-star. Our guys that signed just a couple days ago, and that's like the up to date as of right now.
Yeah, I like seeing Jedd Fisch on TV. You know, all the Twitter posts, and you know the media, frenzy that's going on basically when he gets hired and how he's conducting himself to bring energy to the program. It's looking good, and we got Bruschi in it. Oh my gosh, we got Bruschi on the roster.
It's crazy. It's just crazy. Like
he's a Super Bowl champion, time and time again.
With Tom Brady.
That's the coach. That's the culture we need.
Yeah. No, but he came in with he won those with Tom Brady, and who's going to be playing in another Super Bowl. It's so crazy. That dude's
he's going to be in Hall of Fame, though, Bruschi.
No disrespect to anybody, but I've seen the list of the Hall of Famers in the last few years. Tedy Bruschi deserves to be in there. Yeah,
all right, for sure. I'm happy that he been. He's a 19th player in the Patriots Hall of Fame, though, so that's still big time.
Yeah, no,
he's an ring honor.
Yeah, no, look, man, when you make a big impact like that on one franchise, that's huge.
Right.
All right. A couple notes here on Anthony Simpson, who we picked up from Connecticut. Dude, he had some kind of like ridiculous like stats. He ran for 1,200 yards and 24 scores, and then caught 75 balls for 1,200 yards and 19 touchdowns on one season.
Who is this guy?
Our guy. What?
What schools did he go to?
Somewhere in Connecticut.
Connecticut.
Yeah.
That's maybe why.
I get it.
Level of competition.
The one guy, but those are ridiculous stats. Like
those are ridiculous stats, but hey, it depends on the competition. Real talk.
Right. All right. So we're what are we? We're a few months from with the start of the season. What are your expectations of this year for Arizona?
I'm expecting like a rally back into being Arizona and having pride. I think there's going to be a lot of prideful, hard-nosed football competition. We're going to compete, and I don't think we're going to be getting blown out like we was. I think we're going to have a whole different mindset. It's personal. It's personal.
Right.
I think that's going to be the vibe. And then when you bring all the alumni back, that's going to be the motivation. To not to fit in, but to represent basically.
It's personal.
It's personal. I like that.
I do.
I like that.
Because
really, it was really personal in Arizona. Like when we played against like SC and like bigger schools, like the games had to be personal for you to compete. You feel me?
So
That's
that
how.
Oregon.
That's right. Exactly. Like we hated Oregon. We hated. It was so soft. It was so soft, and we hit them all game. All first quarter, we hit them, and then like the second quarter or second half, they'll just start busting big plays. You know, so like we hated that they were so soft, but they start busting these big plays just because like little bitty gaps, and then score a 60-yard touchdown, and then like. So yeah, we took everything had to be personal, and I love that slogan for us.
There you go. No, I think they need to. I don't know who came up with it, but they're a genius. All right, because they need to start like marketing the hell out of that.
I think you really have to be like an alumni to understand.
Right.
Like you really have to be in the Arizona culture to understand it for real.
Look, and again, you know, the culture is massive. It's got to change, and it's changing as we're watching it. So,
right. It's going up. It's like an engine revving, getting ready for the season.
Right. No, I'm definitely gonna make my way to Tucson once they open this thing up. Watch a few games. So
for sure, you gotta go to some games this year.
Yeah, 100%. And of course, you know, I'm pretty sure. No. Arizona State versus Arizona's up here this time in Phoenix, I think.
Okay.
So I don't mind going to that game up here, but I love going to ASU U of A down in Tucson.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's always a fun atmosphere. All right, folks. Well, that's gonna do it for us tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, appreciate the hell out of you guys. That's make sure you subscribe on wherever you're watching us on YouTube.
Yeah.
To us on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, wherever you listen to us. Hit that subscribe button. Hit us with a thumbs up or whatever.
And be excited. Be excited.
Yeah. Pump. They're ready to roll. And
I might put my helmet back on. Should I put it on?
Can you get it?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm messing with your hair right now, man, bro.
I ain't gonna mess it up. Just got it done.
All right. So you can follow. Actually, let me pull up all this stuff. All the nice little banners here we got. You can follow my co-host Shaq is at dr4_unruly on IG and Twitter.
That's how you throw up the Wildcat sound for y'all don't know. WC Wildcat, baby.
Yeah. You can follow me on Twitter at Elow32 and Elow52 on IG. And of course, you see that Bleav in Arizona, Bleav in AZF ball handle for Twitter for the podcast. Shout out to betonline.ag. Make sure to hit him up. Place some bets for this weekend. It's gonna get crazy with the Super Bowl. We're both taking Tom Brady and the Bucks. See if, hopefully we're right.
Don't lose your money. Bet it on Tom.
There you go. Bet on Tom. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you guys next time. And as always, go Wildcats. Bear down.
Bear down, baby.